Today's the day. Today we're going to put the ice shack out on the ice. It's been a couple weeks since I brought it home. Before we get it out there though, we need to get this cleaned out, a couple things fixed up, and the wood stove in. We're on like Thursday of this week. Today's Sunday. Is going to go down into the -20s, which is perfect. So we're going to get the wood stove, this cleaned out, and we're going to get this floor fixed up a little bit. But we're not going to spend a ton of time getting this hut fixed up too much, because this is the last year for this hut. I have some logs up at the mill. I have a plan. We're going to mill a bunch of lumber, and we're going to make an awesome ice hut. And so it's going to be an ice hut, a hunting blind, and if we want to tow it somewhere to go camping, that's what we're going to do. So I have big plans for this, but for this year it's going to go out on the ice. We're going to fish out of it, use it, and the minute spring hits, this thing's coming apart. We're going to try to utilize as much like the plywood and stuff as we can. And I believe I have a bunch of cedar, so we're going to try to make it nice and light. So that's the plan. Okay, well, me and Sophie, we have a plan. Okay, well, great news. The GoPro quit recording while I did this, so I'll recap. What I did was I put the jack in a different spot. Then I took a 2x6. I ran it across here, across the 3 runners. I used structural screws, put it here, over there, and over there. Now the floor, it all sucked in perfectly level. I put a couple blocks in the corner. Then this corner here was sagging. I put another block under here, and I screwed this down with a couple of brackets. So the floor is 100% level now. And the light's still blinking, so it's still running this time. Good. So, okay, well, here you have it. This is the stove. It's a metal bucket with a fancy lid, a draft, and some legs. It goes in there and out there. So, it's not big, but it's amazing the amount of heat that this thing throws out. I didn't make this. The gentleman that I bought the hut from made it, and he's pretty creative, I can tell you that much. So, okay, let's get this installed. Which way did that go? So what I better do is go out there and put a screw. There you have it. The stove is in. So it's pretty nice, eh? The only thing I have to do, I have to get a couple longer screws, secure it to the floor, and we're styling. Let's get this set up. Okay, that's that. Let's curve it out of the way. Whew. Okay, we're gonna drill 2 holes. Let's see how well that goes. Dude. Holy moly. Uh-oh. This battery said charge, now it's not. What the heck? Okay, we got it. Alright, we got ourselves a nice hole. that's raw. That's really bloody cold. Holy crap. Okay, so let's just quickly close this. I want to drill 2 holes. I want one for my depth sounder and I want one for my fishing rod. So let's see if we have enough juice. We got Sophie here by the fire, nice and warm. Yeah, that stove's kicking out some heat now. Okay, let's do that. Leave that there. Perfect. Now, let's get let's use an orange. I have a knife here. Put this up. Oh yeah, nice. I'm gonna careful I don't poke myself. All right, the shrimp is on. Now, whew, put this down. Oh yeah, it's cold. Okay. Down she goes. Depth sounder on and see what's going on here. Drop it down a little bit. I want to be about a foot or so off the bottom. And I think that's what we are. Yeah, pretty close. Boy, that stove is cooking. Now, whew, hard on the knees too. Like, holy moly, Sophie's burning up over here. Hey, let's check this fire out. Hey, Soph. There you go, girl. There you go. All right. Oh, look at the fishing rod. Look at the fishing rod. Oh. I think we just had a bite. Okay, well, let's check in a little bit. Okay, well, we had a few fish go by on the sounder, and they were, so I'm basically fishing, I'm about 45 feet with the hook, and the depth is 46.6 feet. So I had a couple fish circle by at about 35 feet. I tried to bring it up, get his attention, but wanted nothing to do with it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave this in, and we're going to hook up another line, and with a different lure. So we'll leave this one sit, and we'll see how that goes. So it's really warm in here from about here up. Sophie's doing okay; she's right in front of it. But over here, the draft on my feet. Man, my toes are numb. I mean, everything else is good in here, but the draft coming out from this hole is crazy. So, I can't even see my breath in here now. So, it's quite warm in here. The stove's working well. It's just the draft coming out from the hole right onto my feet. Wow, brutal. Anyway, we're fishing, so it's all good. We'll take these boots off and stick them in front of the stove for a little while, warm them up while we're changing lures. And I think I have a couple here. I'll show you. I think we're gonna switch over to glow lures. That's what we're going to use. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens. What the heck? Crappy system that is. Okay, well, it certainly is pretty quiet fishing today. My sounder is reading fish. But man, I just don't want to bite. I don't know if it's too cold or what. If it wasn't so cold outside, I would probably head a little closer to shore in more shallow water where the shoal starts heading up, but there's no way. Finally, my feet are starting to unthaw. We're having a coffee. And we'll just leave the lines in and every now and then give them a little yank and see what happens. There's nothing more that I'd rather do than pull up a great big trout, but you know what? Maybe it's not in the cards today. We'll see. Anyway. Oh, that's good. So, my feet are warm, my boots are drying. Have a look. So my feet are in front of the stove. Sophie's down there. Let's double check, make sure she's nice and warm. Yeah, not bad. A little cool. Hey, you cool? Yeah, you're okay. Good girl. And my boots are drying up there. That one's set up. So we have them both set up. All right, well, not much luck today. So we've been here for about between 2 and 2.5 hours. I was reading fish in the area, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull in the lines and we're gonna get out of here. It's just too cold. In here is nice. That stove is working great. But I think what we're gonna do is the weather's supposed to warm up in a day or so. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna pack up the sled and the snowmobiles, and I think we're gonna head into one of my favorite lakes, maybe for a day, and then while we're in there, maybe we're gonna find a place to camp for a few days if the fishing's good. So anyway, we're gonna wrap up this one here, and we will see you when we leave on the next trip in a couple of days. All right, we'll see you soon.